Good morning, welcome to Woodlands North. Are you interested in a multi-purpose axe with a hand-forged head from Sweden? If so, stick around, we're getting into it next. Good morning. At the hunt camp today, owner had a couple of trees that he wanted taken down, so I was more than happy to oblige him. Perfect time to test out this Husqvarna axe. This thing has a hand-forged head, hickory handle, and it's a Swedish axe, which a lot of people really seem to like. Looking at it right now, seems to be fairly straight, the grain. Definitely not on par with the Grant's Force, but nice nonetheless. Head seems to be fitted pretty decently. There's a little bit of a gap in there. I'll try to slide in some pictures here if this doesn't turn out, but all in all, pretty good. The top is secured with a steel ring and it's got a wooden wedge glued in there, so it looks to be done pretty well. This thing came sharp but not crazy sharp, and what I did was just ran 1,000 grit diamond stone down the side and stropped it just for about 2 minutes, and I thought that was, most people would have the tools and ability to do that, so, and it did make it quite a bit sharper. I also did give this handle just a little coating of wax. I normally put boiled linseed oil, but I wanted to try wax on this one just to see how it worked out. And so far, I do like the looks. Feels really nice in the hand. Weighted pretty nicely. Nice and balanced. But the real test is going to be to getting this guy into some wood. So let's do that next. Another thing I wanted to show you is it does come with the sheath. See here, it's more of a cover for the edge. It's decently made, it's thick enough leather, the snap works pretty well. The only problem I have with it is that it's just riveted here and there's no welt in the middle, so that will eventually rub up against the axe here and probably put a couple of small nicks in the end here if you're not very careful. So it's something you might want to look into getting, either creating or getting a new sheath for it. Okay, I just wanted to sort of talk about what you get with this axe versus this one. This one here is a cold steel Trail Boss. I've done a review on this, I've had this for a while, and I really like this axe. I'm not going to compare these two per se in this video, I just wanted to show you some of the differences. So for one thing, you can see they're about the same length. Trail Boss has got maybe a little more than 1 inch on it, but the heads are quite a different shape. This one here has more of a beard at the end, and hopefully the camera will bring it out, but this one has a bit of a thicker eye here, so it might be better for splitting. I'm not really sure, but we're going to test them out anyway. Okay, so we're going to take a couple swings with each axe and just see how they bite in. So that there is about 6 swings or so. Let's try with the Trail Boss. Okay, so here you see the Trail Boss, and here you see the Husqvarna. Not really a big difference. This one looks like it did take a little more, could have been swinging a little bit harder or what. The Trail Boss I did sharpen. This thing was razor sharp, but I have used it a few times too, so I don't know if it's the edge actually still looks quite good on there, so yeah. So I don't know, I don't think that's a difference. Anyway, I just wanted to show you sort of how they chop and give you just a basic idea of these two axes. Alright, so I'm going to continue on with the Husqvarna and take this tree down. One thing I should add, I'm not sure what type of tree this is, but I'm pretty sure it's ash because it's been marked. Tree is dead, but it's very hard wood, and unfortunately all the ash trees around here are dying, so this one's been marked to be taken down along with a few others. Now I'm going to try a few swings with the Trail Boss. Okay guys, I moved the camera back because I'm not exactly sure where the tree is going to fall. I'm hoping somewhere in here, but I'm definitely not an expert in this, so let's see what happens. Well, there you have it, friends. Both axes did a good job. I felt that this one, the Husqvarna, cut a tiny bit better, and it wasn't a real big margin. Again, I just don't know if the edge was different in some way. I thought I actually did spend a lot of time. This one came dull, and I did spend a lot of time sharpening it, but I have used it a few times. But this one seemed to cut a tiny bit better. Both were fairly comfortable. I know the handle on this one is a tiny bit thicker. If you have smaller hands, I don't know how that's going to be for you, but in general it was pretty good, and you know, I do like it. Again, I'm not directly comparing these two axes, just that they're around the same size. This is a budget axe. This is probably the cheapest axe you can find. On sale I got this for, I think it was $30 or $35 a couple years ago, and this one on sale was about $55 a few years ago. So this is almost twice the price. Again, not directly comparing these two, I just want you guys to know what else is out there and what competition there might be so you can look at it. Very nice for limbing. It's a good size. Pretty hard wood, but not a problem. See, that's stringy. Wood is still a little bit wet, but so you see the handle here kind of really widens, and I'm just wondering how we can deal with lighter tacks if you need to do stuff. And you know what? Feels okay. Feels like a little bit sharp. It's slightly uncomfortable, but not horrible. Yeah, so you could still do stuff. I don't know if you could see here, it's tapered really thin, and it's almost, it comes to a point here, and it's really almost sharp. Not sharp enough to cut you, but sharp enough to be uncomfortable. You still can get stuff done. It's not a huge deal at the end of the day, just something that you'll probably notice if you do end up choking up at the end here and doing some fine detail work, which this axe is quite long, 26 inches, not really designed to do that. There you have it, friends. Gave the Husqvarna quite a workout today. Cut down a tree, split a bunch of wood. Did everything I asked and did it well. Now, I don't know where this is, how much this is going to cost where you are. It seems, I've checked different countries, and it seems to vary depending from where you are. I did pay, I think it was around $60 for this some time ago, and for $60, I'd say it's quite a deal if you can get it for that much from where you are, at least of my dollars. I've been using this cold steel axe Trail Boss for quite a while. If you're interested in that, I do have a video. This is a great axe, and this, when I did buy it, was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think it was around $30 or $35. So quite a deal. I keep this thing in my ATV whenever I go on ATV trips, in case I need to take down a tree or something while I'm there. And you know what, it has served me well, and honestly, for the price, it's definitely not better than the Husqvarna, at least in my humble opinion, but it's actually quite close. So I think it's something you might also want to look into. But if you're looking into something, I feel like I could really refine this edge much better. I didn't spend a lot of time, but I probably will. And you know, this thing is great as well, so you can't go wrong with either one. I wanted to show you what the Husqvarna was all about. Hopefully I did that. This thing splits wood awesome, cut the tree down very well. And you know, they're saying it's a multi-purpose axe, and I'd say it does seem to do a little bit of everything quite well. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why don't you give me a like down below, and also consider subscribing, so I've got more videos coming out, and I want to see you in the next one. Till then, take care, friends.